Hey y'all, I meant to change the way this feed is showing, and I forgot. I forgot to do that. So next time before I go live, I got to change the way this is showing because it doesn't really help me to see my comments that well or put them up on screen and see them. But anyway, listen, y'all. What in the world's going on with William Murphy? Y'all remember some years back I did a video, and in that video, William Murphy had somebody had broke into his house when he came in. The lady was in the bathroom or something like that. I forgot. Uh, I think she was clothed, had her clothes on. She was clothed and in her right mind. Well, she was clothed. We don't know about right mind, but she was up in William Murphy's house. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? I don't know whether I'm live or y'all can see me or not. I'm assuming I'm live. Let me see. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody had a really good weekend. We're getting closer to Thanksgiving. We got one more week before Thanksgiving, and we just got just a few more days before the new year. I think when I looked, it said something like we have like 41 days or something before the new year. So we're moving on here fast. We're moving on here fast. But I hope everybody is doing well today. Hope you had a good weekend. We're about to go into a marvelous week. And why do I say we're about to go into a marvelous week? Because that's my confession. That's my confession. But anyway, let me see if I can find this video where this lady, well, I'll drop it in here in a few minutes, but um, where this lady ended up in his bathroom. Well, more recently with William Murphy. William Murphy, let me make sure I don't say the wrong name because y'all know I there's another William that I enjoy talking about. But hold on, let me make sure. Hey, Castro, how you doing, sugar? Been a while. Hope you're doing well. So William Murphy, at church. And if y'all go over to Faye's Captain's Quarters, in fact, give me a minute. I'm gonna get those videos. I'm gonna get the video so y'all can go see and then come back and hear my commentary. Give me just a second. Let me get that video. So this is the video that I'm referring to. If y'all catch the replay, y'all gonna have to wait for it to upload. Or just go over there to Faye's Captain's Quarters. Y'all know my other channel, Faye's Captain Quarters. And you can see the video that I am referring to where somebody ran up on William Murphy on stage. You know, he kind of invited the guy, but I don't think he expected the guy to run up on him and tackle him like that. But y'all go check that out. And let me know what y'all think. I'm glad that he's okay. I'm glad that his security was on standby. But I saw that, and y'all know I had to come on over here and talk about it. I was like, what in the world's going on? Also over there on Faye's Captain Quarter, same. You can get there from the link I just put in will be the video. Hey, just being me. The link I put in is the video of William Murphy being ran up on, child. That guy, he ran, he how they say run up and get done up. Well, he ran up and he got done up. Okay. Because security was on him, and William Murphy just kind of ran to the side and got a good giggle out of it, talking about he all right. He just wanted to hug me. I don't know. The way that man came up there and those sounds that man was making was a little weird. But William Murphy seems to always run into some odd situations, which just kind of tickles me. But he's usually a good character about it. Also on that same channel, y'all can check out William McCrae. William McCrae is being wheeled through. He's being wheeled through the airport, and the title of it is Pusher, because he kept calling the guy, rather than calling him his wheelchair attendant or an attendant, he kept calling the guy the Pusher. You know, how he said that, where the Pusher? Where's my Pusher? So y'all check that video out. For some reason his ticket got flagged. But listen, let me see if I can at least let y'all hear audio. Now, if you want to see the video, just click on that link I just put in, and it's going to show you the audio. But let me see if I can let y'all listen to the audio of it happening and a little bit of commentary of a funny guy on TikTok. Hold on. Always some stuff happening around the church. It's just so crazy. See if this thing will play. Y'all know sometimes my devices don't want to act right. The people's bishop and get away with that. Welcome back to Spiritual Ish. I'm the prophet, your number one place for all things prophetic. Let me slide this back so y'all can hear it. I know. And I'm going to push it back one more time so y'all can hear how this guy that jumped up on stage. Again, if you click the link that I have in the video within the live chat, and I might put it in the description, just go over to Phase Captain Quarters. Y'all know Phase Captain Quarters. Go over there and you'll see the guy. But listen to how he's doing this little, what is he doing? Hold on, the screaming. I know you didn't think he was going to attack the people's bishop and get away with that. Welcome back to Spiritual Ish. I'm the prophet, your number one place for all things prophetic as relates to Christ, culture, commentary, church, and controversy. Let's get right on into this. Let's go. Okay, this is Bishop William Praises What I Do Murphy. And the reason I'm saying praises what I do is because he is infamously known for that song. And if you are a church baby, you know Praises What I Do. And even if you're not a church baby, you would know that song, I'm sure. But while Bishop Murphy was up getting ready to conduct the altar call, a young man ran up onto the pulpit where he was and grabbed him. Now, it does look like, I don't know if it looked like he was trying to attack him or just pull on him or whatever. I am not sure. However, I do have a little context from the inside. Okay, and I was informed that young man was on. Now we're going to get some tea, y'all. And this guy's name is Spiritual Lish. I follow him over on TikTok. Spiritual Lish. So y'all make sure y'all follow him over on TikTok and any other social media that he's on. But he's going to give us the inside of what happened. Said to be, allegedly on a drug that may have been laced. And it is also said that he had lost a loved one a couple of days ago, however, and who was said to be his mom, and so he may have been having an episode. However, I love how church security was on it. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but this church security in this season is not playing. And I say that to say this. We need full rundown, full scope at every church. If you got security, get them well-versed, because people are losing their minds. And I get it. Everybody's going through something. You never know what people are going through, and we have compassion. However, baby, be careful what you smoke and what you drink. I love how, and of course, we know, if you know Bishop Murphy is the people's bishop. He is Atlanta's bishop. I know we have a lot of pastors and whatnot here, but Bishop William Murphy is Atlanta's bishop. If you know anything about the culture of his church and who he is. So y'all make sure y'all go check out Spiritual Lish. And if y'all want to see the video of him being attacked, here is the link. Let me see if I can put this in here again. This is the link over there on Phase Captain Quarters of William Murphy. 1 minute he's saying, "Come on up here, man of God." And next thing you know, this guy is screaming in a very high-pitched, odd voice. Ah! And then he goes to grab at William Murphy, and security got him. Hey, Catherine Powell. Hey, Bonnie Bell. Bonnie Bell said, when them big burly men tackled him, he screamed like a banshee. Honey, he was already screaming, but he really, they took him down quick. But I hope, prayers to the young man. According to Spiritualist, y'all make sure y'all go check him out. They're saying that the guy may have some issues going on. He may have recently lost his mother. So there's a few things that are going on to have caused, the young man. I don't know why I said white. The young man, little slip there. I don't know why, but the young man to behave like he did, But that was a trip, honey. William Murphy got a little tickle. He got a little tickle at that thing. So I'm glad that he's okay. Glad that everything turned out okay. And preferably that young man will get some much needed help. Now, speaking of Williams, while we're on the subject of Williams, William McCrae is in the airport. I don't know where William McCrae is coming. I thought he was already home. I was listening to Ty East the other day, and he said, "Hey, I haven't heard him. William haven't been live in a few days. Surely he's home." And he called William And William picked up, and William was like, "Yeah, I'm home. I just took a few days home off." So where William is going in this, hey, friend do P Diddy, and thank you so much for being a member. Thank you, I appreciate that. That helps me, reach my little goals every month. I appreciate that. So I don't know where William is going, but of course, y'all know if William is in the airport because he wearing them shoes that hurt his feet. If you stop wearing them shoes to hurt your feet, you can walk through the airport. It'd be good exercise. But because he wear them shoes to hurt his feet, he likes to be pushed in the wheelchair. And for some reason, his ticket got flagged. Let me see if I can, but y'all can find that video also over there on Faye's Captain Quarters. But let me see if I can play a little bit of it right now. Let's see if it'll play. Yeah. So hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get to the part where he's talking to the lady.
And it got flagged.
Mm-hmm.
What it got flagged for?
I'm not sure. It won't tell me the reason why it got flagged. It only just show us the alert that it got flagged. Says we have to go back. Yeah, and then when you don't have to wait, there's no line, but just come to this door and we'll let you in. Just take care of it right there.
Flagged.
So he's got to go back to wherever he's traveling on Southwest Airlines. And to see this whole 7 minutes, again, go over there to Faye's Captain Quarters. The video is up there over on Faye's Captain Quarters. Or you can go to Instagram. Go over to Instagram and watch it directly on William's Instagram video. But yeah, he's traveling with Southwest Airlines. And when he gets to wherever he get to, he tried to get his ticket scanned. They're telling him that the ticket is flagged. So they said, go back to the other place. So when he go back up there, they say, go on back there and they'll reprint you another one and bring it back here. So I don't know why his ticket with Southwest Airlines was flagged. But we'll see if he come back on and give us any other story. Or, he likes to come on when he actually boards the plane and sitting in the seat. He likes to come on before the plane take off. So we'll see if he come back. Sometimes when the ticket is flagged, they want you to go back through security. You got to go back down there to TSA. So I don't know why his ticket was flagged, but that's T from his own page. That's over there from his own page. Well, that's all I had. I think that's all that's going on. Y'all check out St. James. St. James traveled to Chicago to see a live recording with, I think it was Ricky Dillard. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. That's content. That is actually right there. That's where you create content. When you get up and you go somewhere and you see something yourself, you seen it for yourself and you talk about it. So while he was in Chicago, he met up with Archbishop Bernard Jordan, and they sat down and had a talk. So y'all make sure y'all go see that live. I still got to catch the replay, y'all. This weekend, I actually finished watching This Is Us. I have spent the last 3 weeks watching This Is Us for the first time. I think it came out in 2016 and ran through maybe 2022, if I'm not mistaken. And that was my first time watching This Is Us. And like I said, I spent the last 3 weeks. What do they call it when you're watching it back to back to back to back? The word will come to me in a minute. Hey, Gina C. He had a really good interview. Yeah, I got to go catch up with it because sometimes on Saturday, I just don't feel like doing YouTube. And then I'll be right back with it once the week starts, like the regular week. But on the weekends, sometimes I don't feel like really marathon watch, but there's another word for it. But yeah, I watched all 6 seasons. And them seasons had at least 15, 16 episodes or up to 18 episodes each. So it took me 3 weeks to watch them all. And it's not normally something I watch, actually, to be honest. That those type shows, I usually watch, those detective shows or police shows. Binge watching. That's what I did. Thank you. I'll binge watch it for the last 3 weeks. But I usually watch police type shows on BritBox. the Law and Order type shows. I usually like stuff like that. But I don't know what. Well, I do know. I was watching TikTok and they showed a little clip of it, and I didn't even know what it was when they showed a little clip of it on TikTok. And I said, "What is that?" And it interests me. It caught my interest for some reason, and I went to see what the show was. And I said, "Let me see what this show is." And I started watching it, and it was kind of therapeutic for me. I can't explain it. It was quite therapeutic for me to watch that. Watch This Is Us. This Is Us covered a lot of ground. A lot of ground. It covered racism. It covered interracial relationships. It covered mental illness and anxiety. It covered sibling relationship. It covered parental relationship. It covered adoption and things you may go through with adoption. It covered homosexuality. It covered I could go on and covered infertility. It covered a multitude of things. It was just to watch. It was like, I even found myself in it. I said during season 5, I think it was, when the character Randall was in therapy. I said, I'm Randall. I am Randall. I am very functioning, high functioning with severe anxiety disorder. That's me. That is me. I mean, I can get up and function every day. I can work. I can travel. I can pay my bills. I can do everything to be everything to my family, to be there for my friends, to be social, and do it all with severe anxiety on the edge of breaking down any minute now. Like having a whole meltdown any minute now. I realized Randall is me. I am Randall. I found myself in all of that. But it was very interesting. Like I said, very therapeutic for me to watch. Not something I would normally watch. I don't like emotional, dramatic stuff to watch because it ain't entertaining for me. But that was necessary for me to watch. I don't know why God had me to watch. Y'all know every now and then the Lord had me to watch stuff I don't normally watch. That whole all is well stuff that I always say at the end of my thing, that happened because of a flight home from the Dominican. On the flight home from the Dominican, I watched something on their on the airline, the little movies they give you. I watched a little movie that wasn't even in English and I read that while listening to my gospel music, I read the subtitles. The movie ain't have nothing to do with God. And I got a whole message out of it all as well. So every now and then I believe the Lord will have me to watch something for me. But I just finished watching that last night. Hey, Sean Talks. I gotta get over there and watch your video too. I gotta catch up. That's usually how I spend the first couple of hours at work, is catching up with videos that I didn't watch the weekend. Because on the weekends, I'm usually busy doing something else. And this weekend, I was just basically, I stayed home this weekend, and like I said, binge watching All of Us. And then today, of course, it's football, and my Panthers beat the Falcons, and I was so happy. That was a good doggone game. When I tell you that was a good game, that was a good. I should have went to Atlanta for that game. I should have been there in person for that game. But that was a really good game. But anyway, but now it's time to bring my mind in, because it's time to go on back to work in the morning. Hey, M Neptune says, wow, I haven't saw you live in years. How you been? Hey, M Neptune. Yeah, I know it's been a while, hasn't it? Been doing well. I when I first kind of left from over here, and it has been over a year, but I've been back a good little, about a month now, a month or two now. But when I left, I think I left around the year where I've had those back to back travels. I think it was in 2023 when I kind of fell off because I was back. It was back to back. Like that March, I did a cruise. I did a cruise out of Charleston. I can't remember where we went. April, I did a 7-day cruise out of Orlando. May, what did I do May? May, I went on another cruise, and that was out of Orlando. June, I did our family trip, our yearly family trip where we go for 7 days with my mom, my aunts, my nieces and nephews. That was May. Oh, no, that was June. July, nothing. August. Did I do another? That year it was back to back to back. Literally. Oh, July, I did win. I went to Houston. With some internet friends. So it was like back to back to back to back. So I kind of fell off. I fell off coming on. And then by the time I was trying to get back to coming on, I was over on my other channel cutting up so bad that I just kind of neglected this channel over here. But I'm back. I'm back for a little while. 2025, I traveled a little bit, but not as much as I did the year before. But 2026 is looking like it's going to be back to back to back to back, which I thank God for. I thank God for the opportunities to be able to do it. And I would love for any of y'all to join me. Listen, I always say if I can do it, y'all can do it too. If I can do it, y'all can do it too. And I'll be putting these trips on layaway. I sure do. I'll be paying for them long, by and by, in advance, by prayer and cutting back. And I would love for y'all to join me. The one in February, there's 40 people going with us. I would love for y'all to join us. And then May is iffy, but I do have something, but it's not written in stone yet. But I do have a couple of things in May. I'm gonna have another cruise in November and another group trip in November. So November is gonna be 2. June, of course, y'all know I always go to Hampton Jazz Fest in June. But I would love for y'all to join me. There's a couple of things I'm doing next year that's going to be group trips, and I would love for y'all to join us. Anyway, that's all I had. William Murphy got chased around on stage by a young man. William McRae got flagged in the airport as he was being pushed by the pusher. And y'all make sure y'all check out St. James. He's traveled to Chicago to see to see Ricky Dillard, and he sat down live, side by side, not on the video, but side by side with Archbishop Bernard Jordan. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. Go check out Sean Talks. I gotta catch that replay. And let's support one another. Let's go report one another. I think Jobs might have been live this weekend, I think. And as y'all know, Kojic is still Kojic is still giving, because now Kojic want to sue folk. Sean Talks. Now, did I see, was that a recent video? Because I did go, one thing I did look at your page was a short. And it was, what's the little musician name? I don't forgot his name, child. The one that stood up there and Bishop Sheard asked him, "What church you go to?" He talking about, "Huh? What you talking about?" That tickled me with it. What you talk about? Was that a recent video of him over there at Marvin Sapp Church? Or was that an old video? But whether it was recent or old, sir, Myron, please tell me he was at Myron's church. Myron was over there at the Apostolic Church this morning. Not this morning. Not this morning. Not after saying the whole what you talking about? Oh, and then talk about he go to that Church of God in Christ. You mean to tell me he was down at the church he actually goes to? That's a hot mess. That's a hot mess. But then the apostolics want to blame the content creators. They want to blame the people on YouTube for, making the church look bad. No, y'all make yourself look bad. And that's a good example right there. That's an excellent example right there. Speaking of the church, I'm glad I talked about that. Y'all check out the video. That's my mother. That short that I put up this morning of the lady in the pulpit walking down to the altar to do prayer and saying the prayer that's not answered is the prayer that's not prayed. That's my mom. That's my mom. She's a reverend. I'm a preacher's kid, like most of us are. Most of us are. But check that out. But I was going to do a video earlier today, but football came on quicker than I had planned. Well, not it came on the same time, but as I was moving about in the house and doing things, I looked up and realized it was like 12:40. I said, "Oh, it's almost time for my Panthers to play." But I was going to do a video saying that even though I'm a content creator and I talk about these preachers and things that they do, I'm not against the church or preachers. Because my mother's a preacher, and I don't have none of, honey, I couldn't tell you no horror stories about my mama and having anything to do with preaching, or things that I've seen her do. And I'm not saying that because she's my mom. I just haven't. Now I could tell you some stuff about her before she got saved. Let's just put it like this: High Point is a whole safer city since my mama got saved. Hello, somebody. It's a safer. Y'all some safer folk in High Point. But after my mom surrendered to God, I couldn't tell you no scandalous, crazy stuff. I ain't saying she perfect. Well, I guess she got road rage. We was on a trip one time and she chased down a 18-wheeler. Does that count? I guess. But and again, I'm not saying. So my point in saying that is again is to say I'm not against churches or preachers. I'm not against churches or preachers at all. Jobs in that Bernie Mac. Yes, when he was playing that Bernie Mac thing, girl. When I tell you, I was crying. I was crying when he was playing that Bernie Mac thing. When Myron said, "Huh? What you talking about? What you talking about?" Y'all go over there and see Jives. That was Friday night. That was Friday evening. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and see Jives. Ain't got no sense. He ain't got no sense. Hey, Elijah Luke. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Sugar. That Jive ain't got no sense, y'all. He kept playing it, and then he was making a face. Oh my God. But anyway, yeah, I ain't got nothing against churches. None of us got anything from against churches. We come up from out of the church. We love the church. It's just that, the church be doing something, especially the coachings that give us stuff to talk about. We ain't talking about Shirley Caesar. We ain't talking about CC Whining. We really ain't talking about Vicky Whining unless, Vicky Whining can be goofy. I'm not saying goofy disrespectfully, but y'all know Vicky Whining is funny. We ain't talking about them. You know why? Because they ain't giving us nothing to talk about. They ain't doing nothing. But anyway, I ain't gonna get on that. I'm not gonna get on that soapbox. I ain't gonna get on that. We ain't talking about the apostolics. Okay, maybe we are. Y'all know I always like to throw that in, but maybe we are. I don't know. But anyway, that's all I wanted. I hope that y'all have a good evening, and y'all remember to live in peace on purpose. What else do I say? I forgot my saying. Remember to live in peace on purpose, and remember all is well, no matter what you're going through, and we're all going through. We're living in some tough times, but y'all keep the faith. Watch God and not the wind. Keep your eye on God. Peter was doing fine walking on water until he took us off Jesus and started looking at the wind and the water. Keep your eye. Watch God, not the wind, and know that all is well. Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for coming in. Y'all have a good evening and a great week.